Welcome back to Pokémon Y. We're continuing on with the Looker Sidequest, and I want to draw attention to the fact that between parts, not only does Stephen hate the new Doctor for being a woman, he also hates the new Star Wars because it has a woman in it.
Why are you starting on me?
Because you're the one being a toxic fan. Sorry, I've just been seeing so much of this discourse kicking off over the last few weeks that it's just hilarious to me. Like, the fact that anyone who dislikes the new Star Wars is clearly just because like they're toxic and they hate women and shit like that. It's just so funny to me. So what else do you hate, Stephen?
You watch Ghostbusters?
Yeah, you should hate the 2016
I haven't
one
even
too.
seen that, so I can't really judge it. But I didn't like the trailers, I'll admit.
What was that? Go on, explain. What was it about?
Writing.
The writing for the trailer, Stephen.
Yes.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Could possibly be the cast.
Oh, for goodness sake.
I'm going to get you
The cast,
cancelled one of these days.
the cast looked fine.
Oh, so you're judging the women by their looks now, are you?
I hate you so much. You are a disgusting individual.
Well, I mean, like, I'm a prick, you know this, and it's also so much fun. Look, okay, we're doing the setup here. I've got to wait for a while before the character explains the new, like, plot point. He's going to show up, so I need to fill some
Can
time.
I just go back to expressing my feelings about Sword?
Go for it.
It's like, yeah, it's like I said, it's pretty much as bad as I thought it was going to be. Well, I say that, it actually was worse.
Right, so go on, let's break this down and be a bit more constructive about it. What slightly standout points?
Okay, standout points, let's see. It's like, look, I'm not going to mention the Dex cuts. Look, I know that was going to be an eventuality. I just don't think that anything that is in this game warrants it in any sort of way, because nothing has been changed.
No,
really.
it's not like, enough to justify a big takeaway.
There is nothing. It has less content than Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and X and Y, and Black and White, and Black and White 2. It might be level or have a bit more than Gen 4, but people generally love Platinum, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver.
Well, Gen 4's kind of a tough one when you're judging content, because like there is a lot of content in Platinum.
Yeah.
The problem is that whether that feels that because it's stuff that people are actively interested in, or whether it's because the game itself is so much slower paced, it's kind of hard to tell.
Well, Diamond and Pearl was the slow-paced one. Platinum actually sped up, apparently.
It sped up some areas of it, like... I forget exactly what... Like, the main improvements for Platinum was, like, fixing up the decks, giving you some more, like, fire types,
Yes.
and just... They rearranged the order of some of the gyms as well, but, like, it still had the problems with it, like... Mount Coronet, you know, you still need loads of HMs, you need...
I actually quite liked Mount Coronet.
I would like it if it weren't for needing all the HMs to get through it.
It's mainly rock climbing strength.
The fucking defog. Who the fuck wants to use defog?
I don't recall using
Yeah,
defog,
when you get up to one of the higher points, you got it's an outside section going around the mountain and it's all foggy.
I can't remember. The only time I remember defog was when you get past the Bonsly. I think it was that's blocking a path.
Yeah, see, I don't remember that, but I do know it was part of Mount Coronet.
I think it was a Bonsly because Cynthia gives you a water can to sort of get out of the way.
Like a little nod to Gold Silver Crystal, yeah.
Yeah, hey, bug off. But yeah, there's like a foggy area there, and that's like the one time I remember using defog.
Defog was just such a fucking filler HM, wasn't
It is. But yeah, Sword and Shield just have nothing to offer. There is nothing there that is actually worthwhile.
Well, see, like, I don't agree with that in entirety, because, like, the gameplay itself, there is a certain satisfaction in, like, experimenting with all the different Pokemon you find in the wild area and switching them around, and, like, that is fulfilling to me.
That can be stated for every single game, because, as stated, the wild area is just a glorified route.
Yeah, but the thing is that there are so many different Pokemon that can spawn there. It's not just like a route where there's like 5 or 6 different Pokemon in the grass, maybe 2 or 3 in the water. Like, no, there are so many different possible encounters that rotate during the day.
Yeah, I'll give it that, but visually it's just so flat and bland.
Oh yeah, like the wild area is bland to look at.
It is dead. And the trees. Oh, the trees! Wow! Just the fact, just people saying, "Oh, come on, it's the early trailers." It even says gameplay isn't final. Did you honestly believe it was gonna change?
I enjoyed people still saying that like 2 weeks before it came out. Like, no, mate, this has been printed at this point.
Yeah, this is ready to be shipped. This is it. This is how these trees look. This isn't even an exaggeration. These are Nintendo 64 trees.
They really are. Like, the textures are so bad.
And then you've got the berry trees there, and they're thin and look like twigs, and But the thing is, though, their quality is a stark contrast to that of the trees you can't interact with.
I'm starting to piece together what the wild area feels like to me. The wild area feels like an asset flip. It feels like one of them games that like shows up on Steam where they've just licensed a bunch of different models from different places and put them together.
It does.
And like, in a way, like, it's not the end of the world, but like, you know, if this was like the big selling point of Sword and Shield, and it's functionally fine.
Yeah.
It is absolutely functionally fine. You can find all different kinds of Pokemon around. You can come back at different times and see different weather and have different encounters, and you can come back and go across the lakes and all that. That, like, it works, it does what it needs to do, but I would imagine it would be worth your while, seeing as this was the biggest thing that they're promoting for this game, that they would go out of their way to make it look a bit prettier.
Yeah, it is just... There's no other way to describe it except just flat. It really is.
Big empty space.
It is big empty space. The draw distance is what another hysterical thing right after the trees, because it's like the Pokemon appear like a couple of inches ahead of you, and then you move away a little bit, and suddenly, no, they're gone. They're gone. They've vanished.
See, like the Pokemon, like, to be fair, a lot of RPGs with overworld sprites do that. Like overworld models, even like where the encounters just sort of pop in and pop out. But
it's the NPCs.
Yeah, the characters, the human characters that they just sort of popping in and out in the towns. That's where it's really distracting to me.
It's astonishing because, like, I thought that perhaps like the draw distance might be different for the people in the Pokemon, but no. The moment you step into the first town, there are 2 Wooloo and a character sat on a wall, and they're both at the exact same point as each other, and they both pop into existence at the same time and disappear at the same time. It really is just astonishing that people can look at it and go, it looks fine. Saying it looks fine and nothing else means you're resigned to actually believing it looks terrible.
It looks fine.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, I do want to draw attention to this because this is quite amusing. You got Looker here, the smart police guy getting accosted by a bunch of fucking punks in a gang. Like, the just character dynamic here is hilarious to me. But these are the Lumiose gang. This is what's going on in this particular chapter of the Looker side quest, in that we saw earlier the lady who came in and spoke to Looker and the trainer in Japanese. She was essentially complaining about the gang who had been in the train station causing trouble. And so we've come out here to investigate. I will say they're not the most intimidating characters in the world. Nah. I think we can fucking take them.
They look like they've got paper cutouts stuck to their hair.
Yeah, they've got fucking paper mache hair.
Yeah. It's like he's glued a star to his head and they've got one of those like accordion type paper things stuck to their scalps.
Well, maybe they just kept all their paper folding skills from fucking primary school or something, and this is them making use of it.
It's like Kartana doesn't even exist yet.
No. Kartana's like the sword Ultra Beast in it.
Yeah.
I love him, he is cool.
I love Kartana. It's origami.
Like, some of the Ultra Beasts did take me a little while to develop a liking for. Like, I like him, was it Buzzvole, the one,
Yes.
like the red one?
Yeah, the massive swole bug.
Yeah, he is cool as well. Like, and also, I'm trying to think, are there any others that stand out to me?
There's Celesteela. I like Celesteela.
I'm not too keen on that. That's the
I
big
like
table one, isn't it?
Table?
Like, the
look-
steel type one with the legs that... Or am I thinking of someone else?
I don't know what you're thinking of. I'm trying to think. Celesteela's the one that looks like it's bamboo and a rocket.
Maybe. I don't know.
Pheromosa.
Which one's that one?
That's the skinny one. That's the counterpart to Buzzwole.
Oh, right. I can't think of what he looks like off the top of my head.
It sort of looks like an elegant woman in a way. It's like white. It's a very skinny, slender bug.
Oh, maybe. Like, I will say the Ultra Beasts, the ones I like stick with me. The others, they're just too out there. They're not really that anything special. Like, I remember Guzzlord, the one that canonically doesn't shit.
It's a black hole, yeah.
Yeah, like that is one of the documents that you find in the post game. It talks about how they've never found any drop-ins from it.
Yeah. There's I can't remember its name now. It's the one with the exploding head.
I do know the one you mean. Yeah.
Oh, why can't I? Damn! I wish I could remember its name because I actually like it.
It's kind of cool, yeah. And is it all the Ultra Beasts that have the Beast Boost?
Yes, all of them have Beast Boost.
Yeah, they're kind of on the powerful side, let's say.
Because it boosts their highest stat.
Yeah, and every time that they knock something out.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can sweep with them. You can sweep with them, no trouble.
It's like, and you got... There's Poipole.
Yeah, Poipole and Nagandal or whatever.
Naganadel, yeah.
Yeah, like, I haven't watched the Sun and Moon anime beyond the first couple of episodes, so Nash ended up getting one of them.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, did he use that in the league
I
where
think
he finally won?
I think he did, yeah.
No, it's fine.
Trying to think. Stack Attacker.
That might be the table one I was thinking of.
The one that's made out of loads of bricks.
Yeah, that's the one.
I love Stack Attacker.
So Celesteela, what was that one then? So
it looks like a rocket, and it looks like it's sort of made of bamboo. It's got these giant thrusters either side that sort of act like arms.
Oh, I think I vaguely recall one of the cards with him on now. Yeah.
Zerkatry.
Yeah.
Christmas lights.
It is Christmas lights, isn't it?
I like it though.
Yeah, Chris, did you ever do any of the Ultra Beasts post game in Sun and Moon?
No. What? Doesn't they show up in what's it? What's the Sun and Moon? And then there's another game. What's that?
There's Ultra Sun and
Ultra
Ultra
Sun.
Moon.
Yeah,
they're in base level Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
You can go and catch them in the post game. It was actually in the Looker quest for Sun and Moon that you can go and do that.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, I didn't do that. Yeah.
I like all of the Ultra Beasts, and I'm glad that it's just kept to those ones at the moment.
Yeah,
because I feel like they should be just like, there's very few variants, but there's a lot of what they are.
Yeah, I will say, in terms of the Ultra Beast side quest in Sun and Moon, like Vanilla Sun and Moon, I do think that it's a little bit fillery, the fact that they make you catch like either 2 or 4 of each one that appears. It's like, it sends us out after 1 of each, that's fair, but no, the Looker side quest does sort of drag on a bit in Sun and Moon, and I will say, like, this particular Looker side quest, it does take a little while, but it feels like there's a fair bit of stuff happening along the way, so I'm not too fussed. Although I will say, like, did Looker have anything in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon?
I have no clue.
Okay, that's curious.
Yes, I don't think so. I mean, maybe to do with the Ultra Beast.
Well, they did more of this stuff like in the ultra wormhole for them there, didn't they?
Yeah, so very likely.
I don't know, because like Lucas stuff, I feel like he was robbed a bit in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, because he does just sort of show up and then you go see him and he gives you a TM.
He's an intriguing plot device for something down the line, which was Sun and Moon.
They didn't really actually do anything with him there and then, which I think is really a shame. Because I don't know, I really like Luca as a character. I like him showing up, and I like the fact that he does send you on these little missions that you can do. It's not much, it's not the most substantial thing in the world, but as a little post-game quest, it's more than fucking Sword and Shield has got, where you follow Swordwood and Shieldwood, or whatever the fuck their name is, or other way around, and it's Swordwood and Shieldwood. Their fucking names, these guys were the most ridiculous fucking designs.
Saw that. Oh my goodness, they are atrocious to look at. One's Marge Simpson.
Yeah, except like with the hair as a sword. I don't know, I've got the guide here, I don't know if there's a picture of
a guide.
Yeah, no, I got this to record.
To get through Sword and Shield.
Well, I wanted to know stuff is when I'm recording so I can show everything off. I don't know if there's pictures of them in here, because I kind of want to get Chris's reaction if there is.
Is there an index?
Yeah, I think I'm toward the tail end there. Yeah. Chris, these characters here, what do you think of those two?
Oh my goodness.
It's the fact that sword hair isn't like the entirety of the head. It's like a flap that's been flipped up.
Yeah, basically.
What's he using to keep it up straight like that?
I mean, to be fair, it's anime hair.
I know, but still.
That is ridiculous hair. You know, like Jedward.
Oh, yeah, it fucking is like like Sword and Shield Jedward.
Oh no.
Oh my god, like you've managed to make those already shit characters more obnoxious.
I'm going to take more joy out of defeating them now.
I don't know, like they can sample fucking Vanilla Ice like a pro. We've got to get the Irish back one day for them.
It's like one of the other things I had mentioned about Sword and Shield, which was one of the other things that ended up bringing down my opinion even more on the game, was Pokemon Camp.
Yeah, it's not great.
That is atrocious.
It is underwhelming compared to some of the stuff you can do in like Refresh in Sun and Moon.
From what I had seen, I had assumed that it would actually be one of the highlights of the game. I thought it was going to be an improvement on Refresh. But it has less features than Refresh.
Right, I do want to draw attention to the little bit of a character moment going on here, and the fact that Emma wants to get a job because she's feeling bad about living in Luca's office without covering herself. And like, this is gonna be a plot point, I'm just forewarning now. But Luca wants her to just not worry about that. And it's kind of a wholesome character moment, really, and it is like the dynamic here between Luca and Emma here is really sweet, I will say. Yeah, because although we know that Luca is part of the international police, he hasn't disclosed this to her yet. So she's worrying about how he's getting by, which it shows that she's been through some shit, if that's something that's on her mind at that age, isn't it?
You mentioned Matt Coronet, Sinnoh confirmed.
Yep, Sinnoh remakes confirmed. Coming never.
Well, not never. They'll eventually show up in a lesser spectacular form than ever before.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting them this gen, though.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, Game Freak don't seem equipped to do that.
They don't seem equipped to make anything at the moment.
True, but you know.
Flipping heck, look at Little Town Hero.
Yeah, that like, I've heard mixed things about that. Like, it seems like the battle system is a bit kind of too random to be able to do consistently, and some of the battles can go on for fucking ever. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, join us next time for the next instalment of the Looker Sidequest. See you then.